Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the defensive tackle from the University of Mississippi State, man. Defensive tackle, Cameron Young. How's it going, bro?
I'm good. How you?
Doing great, man. It is a pleasure to have somebody of your caliber on the show, bro. I got to say, bro, a dog from the University of Mississippi State, bro, you guys are ballers out there, man, I must say.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yes, dude. So, yeah, it's an honor, bro. So tell me about yourself, man.
Well, I'm from a small town, Mississippi, Crosby, Mississippi. Very small town, so I was kind of raised by the community. You know, a lot of people had a hand in raising me. My mom and dad and my grandmothers, they did a great job of keeping me on track. You know, keeping my head in the books and focus on football. My football career kind of started in my neighborhood, playing against older guys. One of the neighbors kind of seen me playing, you know, say I held my own out there. So my dad signed me up for Pee Wee football. That kind of started my career.
So it all started when you played Pee Wee football.
Yes, sir.
So when you started playing through Pee Wee football, what other positions did you play before?
In Pee Wee, I played linebacker and fullback.
Man, that's nice, bro. The physicality of linebackers, that kind of does have something to do with the defensive line a little bit because and then fullback, you get physical contact. I like it, man. So when did you know that you were going to eventually be in the NFL, man? When did it come to your head?
Probably last year. You know, I had an ACL tear that kind of derailed my career, I felt like. But, you know, last year I kind of had a breakout season, kind of got an NFL buzz, and, you know, I kind of worked for it since then.
Oh, that's good, man. So was there, like, any other offers besides Mississippi State that recruited you?
Oh, yeah, you know, I got all the offers in state, a couple more SEC offers, but, you know, for me being a Mississippi kid, it came down to two schools, so, you know.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it, man. You want to stay home? Why not?
Yes, sir.
So what really got you hooked in for Mississippi State?
Really just the lineage of players that come through here. You know, if you're a dog from the state of Mississippi, you come to Mississippi State. So, you know, they had guys like Jeffrey Simmons and Montez Sweat already in the building. I knew that I can come in and learn from those guys, see how those guys prepare, and, you know, just take my career from there.
Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons, a hell of a good player. Fletcher Cox. We can go on with this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of great players who come from that program. Shout out to my boy Anthony Dixon, who was on my show like months ago. Really good dude. Yeah, I like some of these guys from Mississippi State. You got some dogs at cornerback. You got some linemen, bro. It's like you can't go wrong with either position, man.
So we produce, man.
Yeah, that's why you guys are the Bulldogs. I mean, you produce, and a lot of defensive linemen have come into this class, mostly coming out of Mississippi State or other colleges. But what makes you stand out from the rest?
I think my physicality. You know, I'm a guy that plays in the backfield, a guy that resets the line of scrimmage, looks for contact. So, you know, a lot of guys shy away from contact. I'm one of the guys that look for contact. So I think I can come in right away and just, you know, reset the line of scrimmage and dominate offensive line.
Oh, that's good. So, what type of defense did you guys play at Mississippi State? A 3-4 or a 4-3?
We ran a 4-3 when I first got here, but these past 3 years we ran 3-5. So.
Oh, okay, that fits perfectly. I mean, you're a defense tackle that can play any of these spots, so it should be no difficult transition for you to play any of those spots. Yeah. So, speaking of players, who was a player that you modeled your game after?
You know, I watch a lot of Mississippi State films, so Jeffrey Simmons, Fletcher Cox, Chris Jones, you know, those guys. And, you know, getting the luxury of having to see how they practice in college and their college film, you know, getting to watch their growth, you know, that was just real big for my development.
I guess maybe that explains why you went to that college, because of those guys, man. I got to give a shout out to those guys, man. They got you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what's it like just to go to the campus in Mississippi State, man?
You know, I just came back from the combine, so, you know, everybody embraced me. It's very family oriented. You know, everybody just show love, embrace you, whether you're an alumni or a current player. So it's always good coming back to Starkville.
Absolutely. Like, you did pretty well at the combine. I mean, you did pretty solid. as far as your performance, I think you're a guy that can be in the rotation or starter. Doesn't matter where they put you at. I see some capability from that position.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
But when you played at the Senior Bowl, man, I was impressed, man. You got past some of those offensive line, man. What made you stand out from there?
Coming into the Senior Bowl, I think a lot of scouts knew that I can stop the run. One thing that they wanted to see from me was a little more pass rush. So, in the one-on-one, that was kind of a big focus for me. I had a good opportunity to go against John from Minnesota. I think he's one of the best centers in this class. So, getting good work from him, that was real big for my draft stock.
Yeah, he's the best center in the draft, and I've seen you held your own against him by getting past him here and there, but he gave you some good matchups. Yeah, I mean, you played against the bigger competition, the SEC. That's like the best to offer, man. That's NFL caliber competition, man. What makes you feel that you're ready for the next level, man?
Like you said, those guys, on the SEC, we do a great job producing offensive and defensive linemen. I think those guys are ready from a physical standpoint, just by their body, the power that they bring. So, getting to see that from the beginning of my career to the end, I think that gives me a foot forward on a lot of guys that don't play in the SEC.
Yeah, because when you play in that competition, that should give you the preparation to play at the next level. So it's like you play the likes of the Alabamas, you play the likes of Auburn's, other schools, LSU's.
And I got the practice against a Pro Bowler in Elton Jenkins. So, I've been getting good work since I got to Mississippi State.
Yeah, makes you better when you go against those type of guys. I mean, especially watching those guys like Jeffrey Simmons and Fletcher Cox. It doesn't hurt to just pick up your game from those guys because they've paved the way for guys like you.
Yes, sir. That's good.
So what's one of your best moments just playing at Mississippi State?
Really, every Saturday that we get to go to Davis Wade, we have an electric crowd every Saturday. They bring the energy, they bring the cowbell. So it's always fun being in that environment and playing with your brothers.
Oh, absolutely, man. The brotherhood, you can't go wrong with that.
Yes,
but what do you do outside of football that just takes you away from football a little bit?
Right. I'm kind of a laid back guy, so I like to be around family. I shoot a little pool from here and there. Me and my brother like to fish, so there's anything while I'm around the people that I love.
Oh, that's good, man. You're a chill back dude. It's kind of like the Mississippi thing. They go fishing, all the good stuff, the crawfish, right?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
What's so good about eating over there at Mississippi over there?
Really just the soul food. I think we have the best soul food in the country. The sweet tea. I've been in a couple different states in this process, and I ain't had no sweet tea that was better than Mississippi. So, those are two things that I seen from my traveling.
So for anybody else, why should they go to Mississippi or Mississippi State in general, man?
If you want to hone in on your craft, Starkville is the place. It ain't a lot to do but play football. So, and a lot of people around the area, they're going to give you love. They're going to make sure you're in a position to succeed. So, if you want to be a better football player and a better man, then you come to Starkville.
Oh, yeah, man. That's convincing. You said the soul food, so they got the best fried chicken, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got to go over there to go try that fried chicken. That's soul food, man.
Most definitely.
So, let me ask you a question, for straight up, why should they draft you in any other way, man?
Right. You're getting a guy that's looking to add value to the franchise, any way he can, whether it's on the field, becoming a rotational player. Also play special teams at Mississippi State, so I think I can do a little special team playing. But also off the field, I'm a guy that's real big on helping the youth. So I'm looking forward to whatever community draft me, giving back to that community.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm feeling sold as it is, bro. Just by you playing some special teams, playing some rotation, man, that is valuable, man. Doesn't matter what type of defense they run. If it's a 4-3 or 3-4, man, hey, we got to put you out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's convincing, man. I'm pretty sure whoever drafts you, they're gonna get a dog, man. So,
oh yeah, most definitely.
Most definitely for sure. I mean, 6'3", 315 pounds. Man, that's a prototypical size of a defensive lineman right there.
Yes, sir.
So, what was your best matchup in college that you went against?
I don't like to give a lot of offensive linemen credit, so I want to say that they were the best. But a guy that I really like playing against is Ricky Strongberg from Arkansas. He's a physical guy. I'm a physical guy, so it's always a good matchup whenever we go against each other.
Oh, that's a good center from Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
Man, just imagine if my team can just get you in that center, man. That'd be great. So let me ask you something. Like, so what is your favorite team growing up, or any other way? Like, which team you wanted to play for?
I grew up a New Orleans Saints fan, but I don't really have no preference on what team I want to play for in this process, so it don't really matter.
See, I like that question, man. Being honest, and then you're saying you're cool with whoever you play with, man. Just imagine if the Saints took a flyer on you, man. That'd be a dream come true.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got a lot of family in New Orleans, so that'll be real big for me and my family.
Yeah, just practicing against the likes of Derek Carr. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Great quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, here's another good question right here. What's your nickname on the football field?
They just call me Big Cam. Cameron is a kind of a common name, so usually in my playing career we had a couple Camerons, so I'm always Big Cam though. But
yeah, big Cam on the field, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
So like just like that alone, bro. Like which teams have you met with? Like during the Combine or Senior Bowl?
Well, the senior Bowl is a great opportunity for any senior in the country. So we got a chance to meet with all 32 NFL teams. The Combine, I met with 20 plus teams. So, I got a chance to meet a lot of good people.
Oh, that's good. Have you had any other meetings with the Niners or no?
I had one at the Senior Bowl, one at the Combine.
Okay, I'll definitely keep that confirmed. So shout out to Steph. I'll let her know that you definitely met up with the team. But hey, all that matters is you're getting a lot of interest. So whatever team gets you, man, it's going to be a guy that can be dependable and do the job, man. I definitely agree on what Grandizer says. Like, the Saints definitely do need some defensive tackles or any other positions because some of their guys are going to hit free agency. So I think they might need to take a flyer on you.
Yes, sir.
But like you said,
I'm available.
Yeah, but it don't matter what team you go to. So right. I like the answer as it is. Like, for anybody else who's going to give you some of those questions, those are the tough questions that get to you, man. Like, they're going to ask you which team you like to play for, but it's always best to say, like you just said, best. And it's okay to have a favorite team growing up, man, because at least we get to know more about you as a person.
Yes, sir.
But outside of football, man, there's just a lot of fun stuff, man. Was there any other parties in Mississippi State or no?
They have a lot of parties out here. We have something called the Cotton District. That's kind of where everybody go to party. But I kind of focused on my career and stayed away from that. So
stay in the books, man. Like they say, you're focused, you're sharp. That's all that matters, man.
Yes, sir.
Like what I look for in a player, man, is a player that stays focused and keeps staying at his position. So you're definitely on the right foot. So for any other positions that you look at, what was the one position that you were like wanting to improve on going into the draft?
Really just staying active in my pass rush from any technique. At Mississippi State, I got a lot of attention with us being a 3-down. So a lot of times I got to slide. And, just staying active and kind of throwing 2 to 3, maybe 4 pass rushes if needed, just working my hands and keeping toward the quarterback.
Okay, so you just need to work on your pass rush a little bit. That's workable. I'm pretty sure if Chris Kocurek were to get a flyer out of you, he'll make you look like a stud out there, or anybody who drafts you, man.
Yes, sir.
So what kind of music do you like listening to, and who's your favorite, man?
I'm an old school guy, so I like 90s R&B. Of course, I listen to rap music, but one of my favorite artists right now is probably Mo3.
Oh, hey, you can't go wrong with that, man. You can't go wrong with old school, man. I mean, some of the new schools are all right, but, it's just you can't go wrong with it, and I like that as it is. Cameron, Dolphins need a tackle to play our next guy to Will Feast. I mean, the Dolphins even had any interest of you too, or no?
Yeah, I talked to the Dolphins too. That's a great franchise. I think they're on the right path. They had a lot of success last year, and I think that, adding me would be a great asset to not only them, but me too.
Oh, absolutely. Grandizer's a Dolphins fan from one of my chats, but yeah, like a lot of fans are just definitely interested in the draft. But, like, what do you feel about this journey, man?
It's one-on-one. Not too many people get this opportunity, so I'm just embracing every step of it.
Yeah, you're embracing every step of it. So when does your pro day start?
March 28th.
Okay, so there's going to be a lot of teams checking you out then, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm telling you, man, there's something about you that I like, man. Just a guy who can be on the rotation, a guy who can stop the run and wants to work better as a pass rusher, man. That is all we can ask for defensive line. They take the double teams at
Yes,
most.
sir. Yes, sir.
So why do you feel like defensive tackle does great at taking double teams at times?
Really, it's just your mindset. You know, whatever guy you lined up on, you have to beat him on the snap of the ball. So if you can beat that guy, I think you'll be able to, be pretty successful in taking on the double.
Okay, so what's the difference between playing a 3-4 and playing a 4-3 defense?
Well, if you're a 3-4, most of the time you're going to be on a 0. In a 4-3, you have the ability to go from a shade to a 3. So, I think 4-3 is a little more versatile than a 3-4.
That's true because there's a lot of those hybrid positions, and then the 4-3 is more traditional. So you get more of your traditional ends instead of a 3-4. You have an outside linebacker who's actually an edge rusher and different stuff. But I like that, man. Like, there's a difference there, but I think you've played a lot of different schemes there, so you should be fine at that transition. So, what's your favorite food, man?
Probably the jambalaya or lasagna.
Ooh, okay. Jambalaya, lasagna. Okay, that's good right there. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, as far as your favorite drink, man, what kind of drink do you enjoy the most?
Well, right now I'm just drinking either I have a sweet tea or just water.
Sweet tea, man. I love it, man. Like you just said, Mississippi had the best sweet tea, so I got to be the judge when I go down there one day.
Most definitely.
Oh, here's a good question. Shout out to Paul Different. What is your number you hope for to do on the bench press?
Well, I think I opted out of it at the combine. I think I probably could have got 30 at the combine, but with my pro day being so late, I figured that I can get, add more reps to my bench. So I'm gonna just say 30 plus.
Oh man, dude, 30 plus, man, that just makes you a monster on the field, man.
Yes, sir.
Like a Hulk right there. Oh, this is a good question. Who is your favorite rapper?
All time,
Yeah.
it would either have to be Lil Wayne or Tupac.
Oh, Tupac, can't go wrong with him. Lil Wayne, good music too. I mean,
Yes, sir.
do you still listen to current rap music or no?
Sometimes, I try to keep up with the guys. That's all we really play in the locker room. So I try to stay up to date a little bit.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, man. It's all good, man. Like, see, everybody's intrigued by that. It's just, it's all good. But what's your pregame routine that you do on the field?
Pre-game, starting with the music, I like to listen to a lot of gospel. That kind of reminds me of home, reminds me of where I come from. But on the field, I like to get real loose, stretching, kind of band work. Really just keep it simple and get off my feet. I might eat a little fruit or something, put something on my stomach. But other than that, that's all.
Yeah, that's good, man. Music routine, do a little stretch, and then eat a little healthy on the field. That's all it takes, man.
Sure.
So what's like your workout routine? What is it like you mostly do that makes you so?
Well, being a big guy, you gotta kind of stay loose and limber. So I start my workouts with a nice stretch. These past couple months, I haven't really been doing heavy weights, so it's all been kind of dynamic. So we start with dynamic warm ups, staying loose, like little benching, a lot of jumping. After I finish with the weights, I go to the field, probably work on my starts or the shuttles or something like that, and finish with a little conditioning.
Yeah, they have you do some type of stuff like that to keep you durable, like keep you as an every down player and all that type of routine. Like, yeah, it keeps your stamina good too.
Yes, sir.
Especially your stance too, right? They have you do those get offs and all that stuff, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
That's one of those type of workouts they usually have us do when I was playing football back then. Was they would have us do those little get offs, do a little bit of sprinting, and do a little pushing the sled a little bit here and there. Work on certain techniques a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So, which technique do you like better, the rip or swim, or what? What do you do when you?
It kind of depends on the guy I'm going against. Some guys are taller, So you probably have to use a rip. Smaller guys, I like to swim more. So depends on the guy.
Oh, here's a good question right here. Cameron Young wears number 93. Is there a story why he chose 93?
Not really. I always wanted a 90 number. So when I got to Mississippi State, I think it was either 98 or 93. So I like 93 better.
Some players have a reason to pick it, but then sometimes, like you said, somebody might have took your previous number that you wanted, so it makes the most sense. Yeah, that's what's up, man. But for everybody else, man, one thing that kind of gets my attention about football players in general is the way they stay focused on the field and the way they work on their routines a little bit better. And to be honest with you, I feel like you could be an every down player. Like whoever drafts you, they're going to get somebody who has a blue chip on his shoulder in a way, I feel like that's what you're going to get with this guy. I mean, Cameron Young, when I look at this guy on the football field, I see a successful guy as an every down player.
Yes, sir.
So for anybody else, man, Cameron Young, bro, NFL draft prospect, University of Mississippi State, man. Thank you for your time, bro. I know you probably got some stuff to do, but I wish you the best of luck, and I'll give you the saying what you got to say, bro, so where everybody can find your platform or anything in general.
Yes, sir. You can find me on Instagram at Cam93Young. That's about it. Hell State.
All right, man, for sure, bro. Best of luck. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, man, it's going to be a fun journey, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
No problem. Anytime, bro. All right, man. For everybody else, thanks for tuning in. And as always, we'll catch you later, and best of luck to Cameron Young.